Welcome to Kellum Law Firm, where we discuss topics relating to personal injury law and answer your questions. Today I'll be answering questions from our website visitors who've contacted us from across North Carolina. Let's dive right in. Our first question comes from Sarah in Wilmington. Sarah asks, I was in a car accident last month and the insurance company is offering me a settlement. They're acting kind of pushy, like I need to accept it or lose the offer. What do you recommend? Sarah, it's important to carefully evaluate any settlement offer before accepting it. Insurance companies often try to minimize their payouts, and it's rarely the case that their first offer is their best offer. I recommend consulting with a personal injury lawyer to assess the offer and ensure it covers all your medical expenses, lost wages, and other damages. An experienced attorney can negotiate on your behalf to secure a fair settlement. Hope that helps, and thanks for contacting us. Our next question is from Jason in Durham. Jason asks, Hey John, I got injured in a motorcycle accident. The other driver was at fault, but I'm worried about how to prove it. He's suggesting that I changed lanes without signaling and that I caused the accident. What should I do? Well, Jason, proving fault in a motorcycle accident can be a difficult process, particularly if there were no credible witnesses. It requires gathering evidence such as police reports, witness statements, photographs of the accident scene, and medical records. It's also beneficial to have an accident reconstruction expert if the case is complex. An experienced attorney can help collect and present this evidence effectively to support your claim. You need to be cautious moving forward as North Carolina is a contributory negligence state, so if it can be shown that you were even partly at fault, you may not be able to receive any compensation. I recommend that you don't speak to anyone involved in the case until you find yourself a good motorcycle accident attorney. Okay, now we have Maria from Raleigh. Here's what Maria has to say. Hi John, I slipped and fell at a local store here in downtown Raleigh, and the store manager said it was my fault and they have zero liability. Can I sue them for my injuries? Well, Maria, property owners have a duty to maintain safe premises. If they fail to address a hazardous condition or provide adequate warnings, you may have a valid claim. However, your actions at the time of the incident, such as whether you were paying attention, can also affect the case. Your best option right now would be to consult with a personal injury lawyer, one who has some experience with slip and fall cases. They should be able to determine the strength of your claim and guide you through the process. Also, most law firms offer a free initial case review, so it shouldn't cost you anything to at least sit down with someone and get an opinion on whether your claim would hold up or not. While we're on the subject of the all-important initial case review, I'd like to take a minute to stress how important it is that you're absolutely clear, concise, and accurate in everything you say to an attorney during the initial case review. It's common for people to try to exaggerate some of the pertinent details of the case to win favor with the attorney or to make their case seem stronger. However, this can actually backfire and harm your case in the long run. Firstly, exaggerations or inaccuracies can lead to inconsistencies in your story, which opposing counsel will undoubtedly exploit. They will scrutinize every detail, and any discrepancies can undermine your credibility. This can be particularly damaging if your case goes to court, where your testimony is under oath and subject to cross-examination. Secondly, providing accurate information allows your attorney to give you the best possible advice. We rely on the facts to determine the strengths and weaknesses of your case, to strategize effectively, and to negotiate on your behalf. If we have a clear and truthful understanding of the events, we can prepare for any challenges and address them head-on, increasing the likelihood of a favorable outcome. Lastly, honesty fosters a trusting relationship between you and your attorney. We are here to advocate for you and to help you navigate the legal process. If we know all the facts, even the less favorable ones, we can better protect your interests. Transparency ensures that we can build the strongest case possible based on reality, not on a distorted version of it. So, when you come in for your initial consultation, bring all relevant documents and be prepared to discuss the facts openly. This includes police reports, medical records, photographs, and any correspondence related to the incident. The more accurate and detailed information you provide, the better equipped we will be to fight for your rights and secure the compensation you deserve. Okay, next up is a question from Dave in New Bern. Hi John, I was injured in a truck accident and the trucking company is giving my insurers the runaround. There's some discussion over police reports of the accident and some debate around liability. Do you have any advice on how I can step in and push the claim forwards? I haven't worked since the crash and my resources are running low. Dave, this is common in trucking accident cases which can be complex, often involving multiple parties such as the drivers, trucking company, and even manufacturers. It sounds like your case might not be so straightforward. You don't mention it in your email, but I'm wondering here if you've retained an auto accident attorney to handle your case or if you're trying to go it alone. If you're attempting to get resolution directly between you and your insurance company or even their broker, you need to remember that their primary goal is to minimize any payout. It's not uncommon for an insurance company to string you along for weeks, even months, at which point you're more likely to accept a lower offer for any settlement. An attorney with experience in truck accident cases can help identify liable parties and build a strong case on your behalf. They'll push the case along and make sure that insurers don't tread water on the case in hope of pushing you to accept a lower settlement. So if you haven't done so already, contact a local attorney and request a free case review. Okay, here's an email from Jill in Morehead City. Hi John, I've been dealing with a personal injury case for a while now. How long does it usually take to resolve these cases? Thanks for the great question, Jill. It's one of the first questions we're generally asked when we sit down with a new client. Unfortunately, the answer is often the same. The duration of a personal injury case depends on various factors, including the complexity of the case, the severity of the injuries, and whether the case goes to trial. Some cases settle within a few months, while others can take years. Patience and persistence are key, and having a dedicated attorney can help speed things up while making sure you get fair compensation. Now, let's talk about finding the right balance between a quick settlement and holding out for more money. It really depends on your situation. For some folks, especially if you're dealing with immediate financial stress from the accident, a quick settlement can be a lifesaver. Medical bills, lost wages, and other expenses can add up fast, and getting a settlement sooner rather than later can help you get back on track. But keep in mind, a quick settlement might be lower than what you could get if you held out and negotiated more. So if you're in a position where you can wait, taking more time to build a strong case can often result in a bigger monetary settlement. It can be a longer process, but it may allow an attorney to get you a settlement that better reflects the full impact the accident has had on your life. Our next question is from Emily in Goldsboro. Emily writes, Hi John, my husband was injured in a motorcycle accident and he's unable to work as he's recovering from his injuries. Can we claim lost wages and other medical costs? Emily, yes, you can claim lost wages as part of your personal injury case. This includes not only the income your husband has already lost, but also future earning capacity if his ability to work is permanently affected. Detailed documentation from his employer and medical professionals will be important in supporting this aspect of your claim. I would suggest that you schedule a talk with an attorney, as getting compensated for ongoing medical bills and loss of earnings isn't something you and your husband want to try and tackle alone. Okay, on to Anna's query. Anna lives in Roanoke Rapids in North Carolina. Hi, I slipped and fell at my workplace. Can I file a personal injury claim? or do I have to go through workers' compensation? Hey Anna, I'm sorry to hear about your workplace accident and I hope you're making a good recovery. Typically, workplace injuries are handled through workers' compensation. However, if a third party, such as a contractor or equipment manufacturer, contributed to your injury, you may be able to file a personal injury claim against them in addition to your workers' compensation claim. Consulting with an experienced lawyer can help you explore all your options. Next up, we have a question from Sam in Roanoke Rapids. Sam writes, "Hi, my Social Security disability claim was denied. What should I do next?" Sam, you've got the right to appeal that decision, and many folks end up getting approved after an appeal. The process can be a bit tricky and involves several stages, so let's break it down a bit. First up, there's the reconsideration stage. This is basically a second look at your application by someone who wasn't involved in the initial decision. It's your chance to provide any new evidence or clarify anything that might have been misunderstood the first time around. If that doesn't go your way, the next step is a hearing before an administrative law judge. Now this might sound intimidating, but it's essentially a more personal look at your case. You get to present your case in person, and sometimes just having the chance to explain your situation face to face can make a big difference. You'll have the opportunity to bring in witnesses, like doctors or other experts, to support your claim. If the judge's decision still isn't in your favor, you can take it up a notch to the appeals council. They'll review the judge's decision for any mistakes or oversights. And if need be, you can even take your case to federal court. So don't get discouraged by the initial denial. You have good options for overcoming an initial denial. It happens to a lot of folks, and it doesn't mean the end of the road. Reach out to an experienced disability attorney and let them help you navigate the appeals process. With the right support, you have a much better shot at getting the benefits you need and deserve. Okay, here's one from Laura in Williamston. "Hi John, I was in a car accident and my back still hurts many months later. Can I still file a claim?" Laura, absolutely, you can still file a claim. But something important to keep in mind is the statute of limitations. This is basically the deadline for filing a personal injury claim, and it varies from state to state. In North Carolina, for example, you generally have 3 years from the date of the accident to file a personal injury claim. That might seem like a long time, but it can be an issue when you're dealing with medical problems that might arise long after the accident occurred. If you miss that deadline, you could lose your right to file a claim altogether, which means you won't be able to seek compensation for your injuries and other losses. So, acting within that time frame is super important. This is where consulting with an attorney becomes really valuable. An experienced personal injury lawyer can help make sure you're meeting all the necessary deadlines and gathering the right evidence. They'll know exactly what documents you need, from medical records to accident reports, and can guide you through the process step by step. Plus, having a lawyer means you have someone in your corner who understands the legal landscape. They can deal with the insurance companies, negotiate on your behalf, and fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Whether it's covering medical bills, lost wages, or other expenses related to the accident, a good attorney will work hard to make sure you're taken care of. So, don't wait too long to get the ball rolling. Reach out to an attorney, get your injuries documented, and start building your case. It might seem overwhelming at first, but having the right support can make a big difference and give you the best shot at a successful claim. And that's all we have time for today, folks. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to us on YouTube. And look for our podcast feed on Apple Podcasts. For more information on Kellum Law Firm and what we do, visit our website at kellumlawfirm.com. If you need legal assistance or want to schedule a free case review with one of our attorneys, give us a call toll-free 24/7 at 1-800-ACCIDENT. We're here to help you navigate through any legal challenges you might be facing relating to personal injury, auto accidents, workplace injuries, disability claims, and more. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time. Take care.